Hello, everybody. It's John Corelli, your average guy with his average guy opinions. Today is episode 47, I think. I might have gotten lost. It doesn't matter. It'll show up on the title. Here's what does matter. I'm gonna call this episode CWP, short for Concealed Weapon Pussies, because here's the deal. When it comes to that, I've never seen a guy brandish a weapon and it feel like he was doing it in the name of my safety. Okay? I'll give you the brief examples I have, except for my father. That was the only time. My father's a gun owner. He has a few guns, and in one of my earlier episodes, I talked about how we were counting and selling his ammo because he's gonna die soon, and he wants to get rid of it. So we're working on that, which was very frustrating. But that's what he's doing. Rather than give it to me, by the way, I was like, I'll take it. I might want to use that someday. I might want to have a gun in this house to protect myself and your grandchildren. Oh well, John. There's this fog, and you can get this, and just fogs it, blast fog right in the intruder's face. Are you fucking kidding me? You can give me a gun, or I don't know if you can will a person a gun or not. I don't know how it works. But no, you'd rather sell it, make the money, and tell me, oh, go get a fog. This is why I don't have a good relationship with my father. Okay, so let's move on to what I was originally going to talk about. Concealed weapon pussies, because that's how it feels. Let's start with the fact, sorry, my nose is running. It's gross. Let's start with the fact that let's start with the old byline Second Amendment argument, where you're going to want me on that front line when the tyrant comes to town, and you're going to want me, you're going to need me. That's what the Second Amendment's for. And I was like, okay, you've kind of twisted the Second Amendment a little bit. It was initially for a well-regulated militia, but I'm fine. You want a handgun to protect your property and your person, fine. I'm fine with that. I don't think you should be able to have it on the street. I think you should have it in your home. That's where I think you should stay, to protect the things that are in your home. Maybe in your car, but I just don't see it. I've never seen a need. I've rarely seen the positive side of people bringing guns into the streets or into public in general. Even in your home, the chances are like 30 to 1 that either you're going to kill somebody with it that you love and care about in a moment of frustration, or cleaning it, or an accident, or one of your kids is going to grab it and blow somebody away by mistake. 30 to fucking 1. Those are bad odds. Yeah, once in a while, for every 30 people that get killed in their home by the gun that was in there, one intruder gets killed. Those are the last facts I checked. Now, I haven't checked them in a long time, but even if it's 10 to 1, which I doubt, not good odds, man. 1 in 10? No, I'm not taking those chances generally. However, with the way things have been the last 4 years, maybe I would like to have one around. Anyway, back to my point about, you're going to want me on the front lines. Well, no, you ended up siding with the tyrants, didn't you? You fucking flaky assholes. You garbage Nazis. And I don't give a shit anymore. I'm going to call you what you are. You're horrible people. You have no idea how the country should work, if you're fucking fascists is what you are, and you sided on the side of the fascist with your weapons instead of doing what you're supposed to do and take the side of the non-tyrants. So there's your start for those types of people that got to brandish their weapons and act like badasses. Okay. Now my personal experiences with guns when I've seen them in a, how shall we put it, a casual setting, I guess. It doesn't feel very casual to me. And the reason I brought this up today is because last week I was at school, and like I said, I'm a paraprofessional. I work with the special needs kids, and we had to have substitutes there, right? And because our top 2 teachers were out with COVID, so we had substitutes, like the guy actually, but he's a little bit older than me. He retired. He used to work at the school. He worked there for 31 years. And we get talking about guns and patriotism, and he tells me how I got to be and I talked about this a couple episodes. This guy's actually triggered a couple episodes. We've had some mild arguments. You can't argue really hard in front of children, but we've had some mild arguments where he's like anti kneeling. He's anti Kaepernick. Oh, just shut up and dribble type of guy. And I'm like, well, if they want to use their platform to talk about an injustice that's gone on since this country's gone on, I think it's fine for them to do that. I don't care. I'm not going to cancel anybody because they want to say something. I wasn't going to cancel Tebow because he kneeled and wanted to be a Christian on the side of the field. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. Kaepernick shouldn't hurt you. Okay? So this guy was going on about that, and that's when I told him I don't need to recite a pledge or sing a song to be a good patriot. I pay my taxes. I'm not a criminal, and I try to be decent to the humans around me. That's being patriotic, in my opinion. That's all I need to do. Just be a decent human being. I don't need to fly a fucking flag around to be a decent American. It's ridiculous. So back to the guns. So this guy on Thursday or Friday, we were talking about guns for some reason. Yeah, as that often happens, right? The patriotic discussion often slides into guns, and he's talking about, yeah, I have guns and I protect my home like this, and then he has like a camo coat, shocking, over his chair, and he lifts it and goes, yeah, I got one right here. How am I supposed to feel about that? How am I supposed to feel about that, knowing that a guy that we've just had a disagreement is willing to say that he has a gun 10 feet away from me? Fuck you, okay? Because he's not there to say. Maybe if we had an intruder, he would take him out. If we had a school shooter, and this guy might be the hero that's in his head. But let's be honest, he didn't just tell me he had a gun for those purposes. He told me I got my gun, and you should be afraid of me. And that's the way it's been every time I've been around one of these guys. I can only think of a few other times. One was just last summer, or actually, I guess, yeah. Well, was it last summer? It doesn't matter. I think it was we were actually doing something during COVID we shouldn't have been doing, and that was a barbecue. So I guess I'm kind of wrong on that. But anyway, as a friend, lifelong friend, she's married to a guy. I don't generally have a problem with the guy. He's kind of right wing, but whatever. And he brings out his gun and just starts showing it to me. He's like, I didn't ask you to show me your gun. I don't give a shit. He's like, hold the gun. Feel how light and heavy it is at the same time. Look at all these things you can do with it. And he's like, okay, great. With all these things you can do with it, you can shoot people with it. That's what you can do with it. And my friend's mother is there, so his mother-in-law is there, practically begging him, please put it away. You know how uncomfortable I am around those. He's like, yeah, but John wanted to see it. I go, no, I didn't. I didn't ask. You brought this out and plopped it in my lap practically. Fuck you. Tell a lot of people to fuck themselves. I may lose my channel. I don't care sometimes. But you got to be honest about this shit. The only other two times I can remember seeing a gun in public, one time was back in 1992. I was down in South Padre Island with my friend Neil for spring break. And we were at a hotel, or motel along pretty close to the shoreline. It was pretty cool. We had a lot of fun. And there's a guy, and he's just got a big old, I don't know what it was, a Glock, some sort of heavy-duty pistol. And it's got a chrome handle. It's just shoved right in his back, right? He has no shirt on. It's shoved right down his shorts. It's like, okay, yeah, that's obvious you're sending a message. How many women did you date rape that week? What the fuck? I don't understand. Okay, so there's that guy. And then another time, this was a few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I took my kids out to Legoland, and that was a lot of fun. And we stopped in Grand Junction to visit my friend Josh, and we went to Noodles. And a guy came in just strapped right on his side, just like you've probably seen the meme of the guy that brought the rocket launcher into Subway, or the anti-aircraft gun, or whatever the fuck it was, just to prove some point. I don't know what the point is. If I don't get mayo on this, I'm going to blow up the fucking Subway. What are you trying to say? So yeah, but so this guy was in Noodles, and it just made me laugh. I'm just trying not to laugh right in his face, like, okay, yeah, we got it. You're badass with your camo shorts and your pistol, whatever. What's gonna go down at the Noodles in Grand fucking Junction, Colorado? Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm calling them the CWPs. I'm calling them the concealed weapon pussies. Anyway. Here's a Coke. Maybe I should lighten the fuck up. Maybe I shouldn't. I thank all my subscribers, all my listeners. I appreciate you all. Let me know what you want me to talk about. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great February 17th. And happy birthday to my friend Robert Lindblom. Hopefully you'll check this out. Hopefully you have a great birthday. All right, see you, buddy. See you all. Peace, love, happiness, all that garbage. Bye.